Long Beach, California. Long Beach Arena, December 4th, 1971. Saturday evening, 7:15 in the evening. The International Karate Championships have just concluded, the biggest martial arts tournament in America. 3,000 people filled the arena throughout the day. Competitors from California, New York, Texas, Florida, Illinois, black belts from every major style, Shotokan, Goju Ryu, Taekwondo, Kenpo, Tang Soo Do, all competing for recognition, for trophies, for the right to say they are champions. The main competition is over. Awards have been distributed. The crowd is dispersing, but backstage, in a conference room behind the arena, a press conference is beginning. This is standard procedure. The major winners meet with sports journalists, answer questions, generate headlines for Monday's newspapers. The room is set up simply, a long table at the front, with microphones, chairs arranged in rows, 50 journalists seated, some from mainstream sports sections, some from martial arts magazines, some from local newspapers, all with notebooks, some with cameras. The energy is professional, focused. Jim Kelly sits at the table, 24 years old, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds, African-American, afro hairstyle, confident smile. He is wearing his karate gi, white fabric, black belt tied at his waist. Around his neck hangs his gold medal, middleweight division champion. He won every match today. Dominant performances, fast strikes, precise technique, clean points. The judges were impressed. The crowd was impressed. Jim is impressed with himself, and he has earned the right to be. Next to him sits the tournament organizer, Ed Parker, Kenpo Karate, Grandmaster, the man who started this tournament years ago. He is managing the press conference, moderating questions, keeping things professional. He gestures to the journalists. Gentlemen, we'll take questions for our champions. Please identify yourself before speaking. A journalist from the Los Angeles Times raises his hand. Ed points to him. Go ahead. The journalist stands. Jim Kelly, congratulations on your victory. You showed incredible speed today. Some of the fastest strikes we've seen at this tournament. There's been talk in the martial arts community about who is the fastest striker in America. Bruce Lee's name comes up frequently. Do you think you're faster than Bruce Lee? The room goes quiet. This is a provocative question. Bruce Lee is not here to defend himself, not competing in this tournament, but his reputation precedes him. Everyone has heard stories. The 2-finger push-ups, the 1-inch punch, the demonstrations where his hands move faster than cameras can capture. Asking Jim to compare himself to Bruce is asking him to claim superiority over a legend. Jim grins, leans into the microphone. I don't think I'm faster. I know I'm faster. Bruce Lee is skilled, very skilled, but I've been competing for 8 years, winning tournaments, fighting real opponents under real pressure. I'm the fastest karateka in America. Period. The journalists write furiously. This is a headline, a champion claiming superiority over Bruce Lee. Some journalists look excited. This is controversy. This sells papers. Some look uncomfortable. They know Bruce's reputation, know this claim might not end well. Ed Parker shifts in his seat. He knows Bruce personally, knows Bruce is in the arena somewhere. Watching the tournament, Ed starts to interject. Well, tournament speed and demonstration speed are different, but he is cut off by movement in the back of the room. A figure stands, 5'7", 135 pounds, simple black pants, black turtleneck. Bruce Lee. He was sitting in the back row, observing the press conference, learning. He heard the question, heard Jim's answer. Now he is walking toward the stage. The room erupts, whispers spreading like wildfire. That's Bruce Lee. He's here. Oh no, this is going to be good. Bruce walks calmly, unhurried. His footsteps make no sound on the carpeted floor. Journalists turn in their seats. Cameras swing toward him. He reaches the stage, climbs the 3 steps, walks to the table, stands next to Jim, looks at him. His expression is neutral, calm, not angry, not confrontational, just present. "Jim," Bruce says. His voice is quiet but carries through the silent room. "You just told 50 journalists that you're faster than me, that you know you're faster. Would you like to prove it? Right here. Right now. In front of everyone." Jim's grin fades. His confident posture stiffens. This is not how championship press conferences are supposed to go. This is not scripted, not planned. Bruce Lee just challenged him publicly, in front of the press, on what should be Jim's victory night. Ed Parker stands. "Gentlemen, perhaps this isn't the appropriate." Bruce raises a hand gently. "It's okay, Ed. Jim made a claim. Claims should be tested. That's scientific. That's honest." He looks at Jim. "What do you say, Jim? Fastest man in America? Let's see." Jim's mind races. He can refuse. Say this isn't professional. Say the press conference isn't the place. But 50 journalists are watching. Cameras are recording. If he backs down, tomorrow's headline will be "Champion refuses Bruce Lee's challenge." His reputation will be damaged. His claim will be dismissed. He has no choice. He nods. "Yes, let's prove it." Bruce steps back from the table, creates space. Ed Parker moves chairs aside. The journalists stand, move back, create a clearing in front of the stage. This is happening, an impromptu demonstration, a test of speed. 50 witnesses. Jim removes his gold medal, sets it on the table, steps into the clearing. Bruce is already there, standing relaxed, hands at sides. "How do we test this?" Jim asks. His voice is steady but his heart is pounding. Bruce considers simple. "You try to hit me. Full speed, your fastest technique. I'll respond. We'll see who is faster." Jim nods. "Okay, just strikes. No grappling." Bruce nods. "Just strikes. Pure speed test." Jim drops into fighting stance. Traditional karate. Front stance. Hands chambered. He is good at this. This is his element. Tournament fighting. Clean techniques. Fast execution. He has won dozens of matches with his speed. His reverse punch is legendary in tournament circuits. Fast as lightning. He prepares to throw it now. Second one. Jim launches. Reverse punch. Gyakuzuki. His best technique. His fastest technique. Right hand shoots forward. Textbook form. Hip rotation. Full extension. The punch that won him the championship 3 hours ago. Bruce's left hand moves. Intercepts Jim's wrist. Mid-flight. 6 inches from Bruce's face. Light contact. Just enough to redirect trajectory. Jim's punch slides past Bruce's head. Misses. Second 4. Jim resets. Tries again. Front hand jab. Fast. Snapping. Bruce's right hand intercepts. Same result. Light touch. Redirection. Miss. Jim's eyes narrow. He is fast. He knows he is fast, but Bruce is matching him. Intercepting. Not blocking after the punch arrives. Intercepting during the punch. That requires seeing the technique before it fully develops. Second 7. Jim switches tactics. Spinning back fist. Hurricane. Circular technique. Different angle. Different timing. He spins. His fist arcs toward Bruce's head. Bruce's hand is already there, waiting. Intercepts the fist at the peak of the arc. Stops the rotation. Jim's technique fails. Second 10. Jim throws a combination. Jab cross hook. 3 punches in rapid sequence. Tournament speed. Championship speed. Bruce's hands move continuously. Left, right, left. Intercepting each punch. Redirecting each trajectory. 3 strikes. 3 misses. Jim has thrown his fastest techniques. Not one has landed. Not one has even come close. Second 13. Bruce speaks quietly. "You're very fast, Jim. Championship level fast. But you're fighting with techniques. Patterns. I'm responding to intention. I see your decision before your hand moves. See your structure, commit before your strike launches. That's not superior speed. That's earlier timing. Second 15. Bruce's right hand moves, not a punch. A touch. His fingers tap Jim's chest. Light contact, barely felt. But the message is clear. If this were a real strike, it would have landed. Jim was open, vulnerable, while throwing his combination. He created gaps. Bruce could have struck at any moment. Chose not to. Just demonstrated the opening. Second 17. Bruce steps back, lowers his hands. You're the champion, Jim. You earned that medal. Your speed is real. Your skill is real. But tournament speed and combat awareness are different things. You train to score points, to execute techniques. Judges reward. I train to end confrontations. Different goals, different methods. Neither is better, just different. The conference room is dead silent. 50 journalists frozen, cameras recording. Jim stands in his fighting stance, breathing harder than he should be, not from physical exertion, from mental shock. He just threw his 5 fastest techniques at Bruce Lee. Not one landed, not one came close. And Bruce barely moved. Just minimal hand movements, interceptions, redirections, then a touch to prove the point. Jim straightens, slowly, comes out of his stance, looks at Bruce. His expression shifts. The confidence is gone, replaced by something else. Respect, curiosity. He extends his hand. I was wrong, you're faster, or at least earlier. I don't fully understand what you just did, but I felt it. I couldn't hit you. Bruce shakes his hand. You could hit many people. You're very skilled. But don't confuse tournament success with complete mastery. There's always more to learn, always someone who sees things differently. Jim nods. Would you teach me what you just did? That timing, that awareness. Bruce considers. I can show you principles, but you'd have to question what you think you know. Be willing to unlearn before you relearn. Can you do that? Jim doesn't hesitate. Yes, after what just happened, I have to. I need to understand how you did that. Bruce pulls a business card from his pocket, hands it to Jim. My school in Chinatown. Tuesday evenings. Come if you're serious. Jim takes the card, stares at it. I'll be there. Bruce nods, turns to the journalists. Thank you for your time. Congratulations again to all today's champions. He walks off the stage, out of the conference room, gone as calmly as he arrived. Jim stands alone in the clearing, 50 journalists staring at him. He looks at the business card, looks at his gold medal on the table. The medal suddenly feels less important, less definitive. He won a tournament, but he just lost a test he didn't know existed, a test that revealed how much he still has to learn. Ed Parker approaches, puts a hand on Jim's shoulder. Don't feel bad. Bruce does that to everyone, even champions, especially champions. He's trying to teach, not humiliate. Jim shakes his head. I don't feel humiliated. I feel awakened. I thought I knew what speed was. Thought I was the fastest. Turns out I was measuring the wrong thing. 2 days later, Tuesday evening, Jim Kelly walks into the Jun Fan Gung Fu Institute in Chinatown. Bruce sees him, smiles. You came. Jim nods. I said I would. For the next 18 months, Jim trains with Bruce, twice a week, learning principles that don't exist in tournament karate, learning to see intention before movement, to intercept rather than block, to time rather than react. His tournament career continues. He keeps winning, but his understanding deepens. His speed becomes more than fast techniques, becomes awareness, becomes timing. In 1973, Bruce calls Jim. I'm making a film, Enter the Dragon. I want you in it. Jim accepts. They film together. The friendship that started with a 17-second challenge in a press conference becomes a professional partnership. The film becomes legendary. Jim's career launches. He becomes a star, and for the rest of his life, whenever someone asks him about his martial arts journey, he tells them about December 1971, about claiming to be the fastest, about being proven wrong in 17 seconds, about learning that being wrong was the first step to being better. That's not about losing. That's about learning. That's not about speed. That's about wisdom. 17 seconds to realize that mastery is not a destination, it's a journey. And the best champions are the ones willing to become students again.